Welcome back to welcome back to my first album review in quite some time for my now secondary channel, the Goku Report. So with that said, this is going to be a review, my second Linkin Park album review, and that is their 2007 album Minutes to Midnight, which overall had 12 tracks on the album. And for me personally, I'll mention, like, in rank, or rather, my top 5 personal favorite tracks on the album. Some basic thoughts, if it's about a specific song. So with that said, quickly, of course, always liked the Linkin Park logo. But with that said, first we start up with a basic instrumental track to open it up at about a minute, a little over a minute and 30 seconds. Relatively short, very good build up. It's a perfect opening, in my opinion, for an album. When it comes to an instrumental, very solid. Now, I'm not going to grade each track, though I could. At the end, of course, I will give my overall grade on this album. But the opening piece of music is called Wake. Really good opening to the album. Next, we have probably one of my 3 least favorite songs on the album, and that is Given Up. Now, if you like the heavier side of, like, Chester Bennington's voice and stuff, you'll definitely enjoy this song. Personally, for me, I just think overall it's one of the weaker tracks overall speaking, but that's just my opinion. Everyone has their own taste when it comes to a certain style or specific way a Linkin Park song sounds. For me, I just feel it's one of the weaker ones overall. Next, we come to track 3, and this is my 5th favorite track on the album, and that is Leave Out All the Rest. Now, some would say it probably sounds like a very somewhat basic, softer song. I could see opinions. For me, though, the lyrics of the song make me occasionally, when I contemplate and look, like, how am I going to view things like when I get older, when I'm coming to the end of my life. And that song, Leave Out All the Rest, is a song I could picture playing maybe eventually when time comes and I die. But that song really speaks to me on that deeper emotional level, more so than probably many other people. Next, we have track number 4, Bleed It Out, which is a very good, more old style song, more that you would have expected to hear on, like, either Hybrid Theory or Meteora. That being, of course, like I said, Bleed It Out. This is my 4th favorite track on the album. I think it's really good if you enjoyed. Now, this was also, to be fair, the very first song I would hear off of Meteora. Second song would be a song that will be coming up a little bit later, but this was the first song I was ever introduced to off this album. I think that was a really good way to hook and get somebody interested in the album using this song, because it will definitely appeal to the fans of the first 2 albums. So that was definitely smart from both a marketing standpoint and to get more the fans who have been with Linkin Park through the first couple albums. Very smart on marketing standpoint. But I think overall the song is just really good. I think the balance between Chester Bennington and Mike Shinoda was very well done on this track. Coming in at number 5 is, well, a song that would be, I believe, the 3rd single that at least I heard off the album. Now, I think this is a good song, and I think it has a decent slow build towards the end of the song. And the music video, I think, goes along well with the song. It really speaks especially to society currently. Not my top 5 favorite tracks, but I think it's still a really solid, really good song. And of course, Shadow of the Day being track number 5. Next we come to track number 6. This was the second single I heard off the album. This was my personal favorite song off the album as a whole. And that being, of course, at the 6th track is What I've Done. I think it's excellent. It still remains one of my top 5 favorite songs of all time when it comes to Linkin Park music. I think What I've Done was done really well. A really good build-up. Yeah, it was mostly just relying on Chester Bennington, but I think the guitar work and everything, the instrumental work, is really well done, and I really like the music video to the track. Also, it really gets across the political message in the song. And I'm sure anybody that's followed Linkin Park for a long time knows about political messages have always been a key component to Linkin Park music. Coming in at number 7 is my number 3 favorite track off the album. And this song, you only hear backup vocals are done by Chester Bennington. On this track, it's predominantly Mike Shinoda, so it's predominantly, obviously, rap music. But the rap is done well, not hard or anything, and it gets a really strong message across in the track, I feel. And I think this is a song, probably the heaviest track on the album, in my opinion, at least when it comes to the actual political message involved. And I think it's a very positive one. Track number 7, of course, is Hands Held High. Next we have track number 8, and in my opinion this is another one of the 3 weakest songs on the album. That being No More Sorrow, but that's just me. I just don't like as much the instrumental work on this particular track, more so than any of the other songs, at least overall. Coming in at next we have track number 8 or 9. This is, I think, another really solid one. I'm not top 5 favorite tracks, but still I think this is a really good, well done, and I think has a decent slow build to the song, very well executed. That being Valentine's Day. Next we have track number 10. I think this is a pretty decent middle of the road track from the album. I still think it's a pretty decent one overall. That being In Between. It's better than some of the others, but overall another solid track from Linkin Park. Next, coming at track 11 is In Pieces, and this is my number 2 favorite track off the album. For me, In Pieces has, I think, the best overall build out of all the different songs. With the others are slower builds, this one has more of a medium build, but I think the payoff is very well executed in my opinion. I think overall the work is superb on In Pieces, and I feel it's maybe one of their more underrated songs. Just my opinion. Then we come to the last song on the album. This is the last of the 3, in my opinion, weakest songs on the album. It's unfortunate it ends. I think In Pieces would have been a better song to end on, but to each their own. Of course, track 12, the final one, was called The Little Things Give You Away. Really good song. Overall, I think even though I feel like 3 of the songs are weak, and then there's 5 songs I feel that are really strong and well executed, and then others I think they're really solid overall songs from Linkin Park. Overall, I think Minutes to Midnight is a very well executed hard rock album. Very good messages, I think, get across. The instrumental work is great, the guitar work is superb, and on the tracks you do get the combination of Mike Shinoda and Chester Bennington on. I think were very well executed. Perfect example is Bleed It Out. It shows how comfortable that at the time the two were working off of each other. I think that was a very good example of this teamwork they had. For me, Minutes to Midnight, on my grading scale, I give it an A-. Overall, it's superb, but I wouldn't give it an A+ because I don't put it on the same level as Hybrid Theory and Meteora, but I do think it's better than pretty much every other album. Keep in mind, Everyone has their opinion, their favorite and least favorite album from Linkin Park. For me, I think that Minutes to Midnight is my third favorite album from the band. I love this album a lot more than I think some other people do over time. It has always pretty much always stayed strong for me. It's never really gone down or up. It's stayed very sturdy in its position. It's never really left that position. Though 1 and 2 keep going back and forth between Hybrid Theory and Meteor is my favorite. But with that said, this was a little basic review for Minutes to Midnight, the 2007 third regular studio album from, of course, Linkin Park. Rest in peace, Chester. I'll see y'all next time. Stay safe, especially with the ice storms and things going on right now. But I'll see y'all next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel, and hopefully you enjoyed the music in the background. Let me know if there's any future albums you'd like me to review. For instance, would you like me to give my opinion and do a review on Linkin Park's fourth studio album, that being, of course, A Thousand Suns? But I'll see y'all next time.